You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Micah Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
Californians, you've lost control over your state. And it's making you look really, really bad. Because you're not doing anything about it. You are not doing one damn thing about the state of California and the corrupt politicians up there wanting more and more of your tax dollars in the name of gasoline tax. State of California is out of control. And you're not doing anything. And that really, really is upsetting. Let me tell you, California is looking into a per mile tax to replace fuel, the fuel levy that you pay currently at the pumps. Now, here's a state who has preached the gospel of energy efficient cars. And then they started losing money, so now they're thinking about new ways to create more transportation taxes. So, the state of California commissioned a report by Caltrans to look into the viability of a mileage-based tax on all vehicles to eventually replace a tax on fossil fuels. So earlier this year, the state passed its first fuel increase since 1994 to pay for the state's infrastructure costs. The measure added 12 cents in tax per gallon to gasoline and 20 cents on a gallon of diesel fuel. So, despite the increased revenue expected from updating the fuel tax, the state is already looking at tax that is based on mileage instead of gallons. Listen to me. Listen to me, Californians. The state of California wants to put a device in your car. You have to download the app so that they can track your mileage on how you use your car. And they're going to charge you per mile that you drive. I have never seen such a stupid state, where Californians have allowed their politicians to go so far out of control that they have now become so money hungry because they've got so much debt. They've become so money hungry because their retirement plans are so out of control that they don't know how to pay for it. When that gas tax was passed earlier this month by the state legislature and signed into law by California Governor Brown, it wasn't needed. There was enough money flowing through to pay for the infrastructure. However, if you look at the $1 billion that Caltrans wasted on building bad projects, that should hold the state of California responsible for bad spending. And they have a lot of bad spending that happens every single day. Coughing again. I want you to understand that the state of California remains out of control, and state of Californians, the citizens, the taxpayers, are doing nothing about it. So I'm putting out a call right this very moment. Californians, get involved in your legislature. Start raising your voices and fists and whatever else you have to do to stop an out-of-control California legislative government. It's absolutely vital, important, that you start speaking up. Otherwise, the air that you breathe is going to be taxed. The water that you drink is going to be taxed. The mileage that you drive in your car is going to be taxed. Did you realize that the state of California is wanting to charge a tax on satellites flying over the state of California? So once a satellite enters the state line, they have to pay a tax all the way through until they leave the state line. Can you imagine how stupid that is? And up in California, they think, oh my God, that is a great idea. That is butter to bread. That is a wonderful idea. This is how stupid the state of California has become, because they want to tax every single thing that you put your hand onto or what you earn. So as you're driving down that road, listen to the sound of clickety-clack, clickety-clack, clickety-clack of that little device in your car communicating with your app and taxing you every mile that you're driving. California is a disaster when it comes to taxes. But if you as Californians don't take back your state, you'll be paying a lot more taxes. Liberals in the state legislature has devastated this state of even being considered a true state. They want to tax everything. They want to tax the nose hairs out of your nose pretty soon. I don't know. But if it's taxable, they'll get it. It's very exasperating. I was born in California. Still have my business in California, where I advise people on taxation. But over the last few years, we have seen a very socialist state form. A very dangerous state. It's a state where you can no longer live and think that you're going to be able to become a success anymore because you have to worry about the taxes that you earn. I can't imagine ever putting a device and it's reporting into a state taxing agency. Putting a device in my car that's immediately being tracked by a government. So Caltrans is walking along this road of our lives, and we're in trouble. So if you're listening to me now, and if you're in California, I want you to become involved. We need to repeal this last gas tax hike on California. Go to my website of this podcast, which is www.wbtpod.com. Click on the upper right-hand letters that say Get Involved. And get involved in repealing this gas tax. Now, we got good news that the signature signing has been the most signatures collected than any other initiative in the state of California. It is going so well, but they do need some financial funds because, you know, everything's legal in the state of California. So you have the processing fees, and then you have to go to court. And they had to go to court to show that Governor Brown and the Secretary of State were misleading the public. So there's court cases. Excuse me, I didn't mean to do that, but it's I think the heat just went on in my office and it dried out the air or something. But there's a court case right now that was brought against the state of California because of misleading Californians. So, but they're doing so well in their signature gathering, and we still need more signatures. So get involved. Again, go to www.wbtpod.com and click on Get Involved and sign the petition. Get involved with that petition. There's also another item on that same page where you can get involved in the repeal of sanctuary state. You need to go on there and you need to get involved. That's all that I'm asking for you to do. As a tax advisor, you need to get involved in the taxes that are coming your way in California. The California gas tax did not need to be increased, but the spending needed to be increased. The monitoring of the spending needed to be increased, but not the money flowing in. There's enough money flowing in from that gas tax. But what happens is that once the state legislature has money coming in, and it's billions of dollars, they start stealing from it and using it for other things. So I ask you, get involved. Again, I'll say it again, www.wbtpod.com. Click on Get Involved and get involved. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. If you have any questions, send me an email at mlodge@lodge-co.com and I will respond back to you. But I ask for your help tonight. Get involved. I'll talk with you soon.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
World of Business and Taxes on WBT.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.